All right, we should be live right now. Thank everybody for tuning in. This is Street Talk TV podcast, and this is a show for the people and by the people, and where everyone is a correspondent. So of course we have an open arm policy, and y'all feel free to not only comment and contact us, but anything y'all feel that's on your mind as far as certain topics that need to be, of course, talked about, current events, anything. Of course, feel free to inbox any of us, add us, and we're gonna try to do the best we can to jump on this type of stuff. So I'm your host, Little E. I have my lovely women with me today. My hosts that not only do the Street Talk TV side with us on the streets, live and direct with the public, but also on the podcast as well. Sierra and Lady Explicits. Ladies, introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sierra C, live and direct on Street Talk TV.
Alright, it's your girl, Lady Explicit, and we here with the new podcast. We're gonna make sure everything stays popping for y'all. All right.
Yeah, live and direct. So we're gonna keep the energy up for y'all. Y'all know what we do on Street Talk TV in the streets already. So we're gonna keep the same energy on the podcast for y'all. And let's get into this first topic, ladies. Matter of fact, and this is going to be the Chris Brown topic. As far as the no darkies, which was the quote what they were saying. So let me see real quick if we can get into maybe that clip that they
Okay.
was talking about with the Chris Brown situation, and apparently it was a dark skin, it was more of a dark skin chick that I think was with her team, with some girls, her friends, or maybe has it. And apparently, maybe Chris told them they couldn't roll. She couldn't roll. I guess picked her out of a group of them. Y'all see her? You know anything about that?
From what I read, basically the girl, she was like with two other light skinned girls and like a white girl. And when they went to their section, Chris was basically saying like you can't come like no dark out basically. And she felt some type of way, and then she took it to the internet, of course, because this is the time we live in, the internet. So she took that to the internet, so it kind of went viral on everything. And the women, they were like coming straight forward towards Chris Brown, basically like trying to cancel my man. But everyone has their perspectives and opinions about it.
I know. Let me see. Let's take a quick look and see if we can even see maybe what the girl was talking about real fast. Try to pull this up real quick for him. All right, let's see. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yep, but she's like up in a box. At first she was on a screen, but now she's like in a little box.
Hold on. Okay, there
There
we
you go.
go. Let's see if we can get in there.
There she
And I was with two light skinned girls and one white girl, and and very famous R&B
Oh,
singer. Okay, walked up to me and looked at my girl, said, you can get in, but no darkies." I kept walking because I was like,
all right. Hold on. That's kind of choppy right there.
yeah.
That's a little choppy right there. So, but I guess that was the female right there. So I guess she was explaining right then and there. Of course, what was going on. So, E, what you feel about that situation when it comes to the young lady going going public with it and really making it a big deal. As far as them trying to cancel him with the dark skin situation. Is that his preference in women
Yeah,
for him being a maybe a light skinned guy. I mean, let me give you an example of where I was kind of going with it before you go on.
yeah.
For a while, women have been able to tell not only men but the public of how they feel and what type of men that they want. And let's just say dark skin, light skin, and this type of stuff for certain races. So y'all been able to say these type of things in the public. With nothing happening, nothing's wrong with y'all's opinion saying that y'all like dark skinned guys. So, or maybe more preferably. So, is that wrong for him?
Well, like I said, that type of situation is a little bit different only because it's one thing to have your preference of who you want to date, but then when you start judging people to get inside a club, it's like, why would it matter? You know what I'm saying? So I could see if he said, hey, I just don't want to be involved with a dark skinned girl, that's his preference. But if I come to the club and I got a group of girls and it's all of us, and you single me out of all of us, and I'm not even trying to holler at you, or it's other people in this club. Now you making everybody else judge me off of the color, the fact that I'm dark, you know. So I don't like his decision about what he said, but Chris Brown will never be canceled. I'm sorry. After Rihanna, you ain't cancel him then. We ain't gonna cancel him now.
I got you. I got you. I got you. And I guess the group. I mean, it maybe maybe it is a difference. I guess maybe if she's with a group of people or a couple different girls and stuff. But it to me it just still seemed like again, I guess when a guy says maybe directly, and I don't think a lot of men can tell a lot of women, um, especially to their face, especially to their face, how they really feel, and if you are attracted, or if he is attracted to you like that, then and there, so and I'm only saying that again because of the cards that we playing as far as how men normally are the ones to approach women a lot of times for the maybe probably for the most part. Some girls do, of course, approach guys and do their thing. I'm trying to talk in general though. So when it
Yeah,
comes to a woman approaching a man, that's what I'm saying is a little different than a man approaching a woman. I think that a guy should if he can withstand maybe the feedback that he might get from it. But I think we should be able to tell women that maybe we aren't interested in that might try to get what I mean,
he
like
was
but
already canceling her out for the simple fact that she was dark. So it wasn't like he was going to her like, she was trying to pursue him, and he was like, "No, I don't like dark skinned girls. Sorry, I appreciate it," but he was just pretty much just singling her out at a club. That's like women won't sit there and be like, "Oh, this nigga can get in the club, but this nigga can't because he got a beard or something." I mean, we're not going to single somebody out and get in the club and potentially fucking up money. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's going to the club. Whoever he wants in his bedroom, that's a whole nother situation.
yeah, yeah. You right. You right. What you think, C?
But I feel like from what
Something,
I
but
was, reading, that this type of thing happens all the time with celebrities. They get to pick and choose what they want to do.
yeah. Not even that. I was gonna say, I was just thinking about it one time when I was in Miami, and I had went to a club, and it was, a lot of, light skinned folks there. I might have probably been one of the darkest girls there, But they was like, oh, no, you can't come in. They didn't want to say because I was dark, but they tried to say because my dress was too revealing. But I'm looking at these Miami girls like they hardly got anything on. Like, y'all just don't want me to come in here because I might be a little bit darker than everybody else. Y'all could have just said that. I would have been like, all right, cool. There's other clubs to go to. I'm not really tripping, but they will discriminate on dark-skinned girls from getting in clubs, and I think it's sad. I wouldn't want to think Chris Brown would be jumping on that wagon, but I ain't got.
Well, I feel like the wagon is already there. I just think that it's starting to be exposed, right, to everybody else. And then you have to understand, like, from our perspective versus an artist's perspective, image is everything. Not taking up for Chris Brown, and I'm all for my ladies, but at the end of the day, image is everything, right? So who he want at his table, not knowing who, paparazzi and bloggers and all this other stuff, it's like he probably in his preference of not liking dark girls, not saying that he's right, but in his preference of not liking dark girls, and he didn't want any at his table, maybe he thought that, this was going to bring his value down, right? But it's a way that you go about things. Like, we can't really judge him on his preference, but the way he went about it was totally wrong. In front of everybody, singling her out in front of her friends. If that's the case, he should have said none of them could come in, so he wouldn't have to single her out. It's either none of us come in or all of us need to come in.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that. It's a sticky situation. It's definitely a sticky situation, especially how I guess everything kind of played out at that moment. And then of course then it went public. So it is a kind of a sticky situation. I was just on the side of I guess before maybe hearing the whole story, was just thinking as far as if that's the guy's preference, that is preference. I don't think maybe certain women can handle being told certain things, but at the same time, he probably definitely could have went about it the wrong way, especially like you were saying. See, at that time, in that present, he could have definitely went about it the wrong way for real. So I ain't going up.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If it's a whole bunch of ladies sitting at the table and these bummy men start walking up, are you gonna let him at your table? Because he ain't gonna look like he got no money. Like, you want a bum sitting at your table, not buying somebody who looks like he's not gonna buy you any drinks or spend any money to have a good time. Like, it's just that, what I'm saying? Like, everybody's preference is just like, what I'm saying? Because women, we have our preference too. And we have our opinions too, especially with nightlife and stuff like that. If a man try to holler at you and he looks dead broke, you're not going to let him holler at you. If he looks like money, you're going to be all for it. Like, what's your number?
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing, but because it's Chris Brown, of course they're going to take it to another level.
Right.
They're going to take it to the top. They're going to tear the roof off with it.
For sure. And look, do we know if what you say, E?
I said they've been trying to cancel Chris Brown out, so they gonna try any and every little excuse to try to make him look bad. But I'm sorry, can't nobody make my baby look bad.
There you go. Hey, see, back to what you were saying, real quick. That did with her being in a group like that, do we know if her friends tried to hold her down, or what I mean, tried to, like how you were saying, you feel me, we will
I
all
don't
go
think that
in
she touched on that part, honestly. I don't think that she really touched on that part, but depending on what type of friends she have, because if she have like starstruck friends, then I'm sure they left her behind. You know what I'm saying? But if she got some friends, I would have been like, look, I'm not about to leave my friend out here.
I see you laughing, E.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. See, yeah, because right, it's a lot of girls that'll probably do that, especially in that situation with not really that situation, but we're dealing with these type of guys, and they these superstars at that. Chris Brown is a superstar, so it's probably girls that will probably leave their friend like, yeah, man, she can't roll, I guess.
And then honestly, as a friend, I mean, we're grown and shit now, right? So
Right.
when you go out and if you feel like you're gonna be around artists and these celebrities and stuff like that, and you know there's so much competition in the type of women look wise that they like, just certain friends can't go with you. You're not invited. And it's no hard feelings, but it's like, look, this what tonight is about, and this is how we
Yeah,
getting it. Like, not saying that they had to vocally tell her that, but it's like pick and choose. Like for me, an example, I have certain friends that I like to hang out with to do certain things. I know if I want to go out and party, have a good time, I'm gonna call them party friends.
Yeah, for
When
sure.
my friends like to go out and have a good time and party and club pop, they don't call me because they know I'm not gonna be down with it.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
you gotta know how to, not saying that the friend is not like a party friend and stuff like that, but it's just like you gotta pick your battles, especially when you're dealing with these celebrities and artists. They should treat everyone equally, but they live in a totally different world than we do. We don't know what type of standard they have, what type of code they live by, any of that, because we don't live in a world to really understand why we are so quick to judge. Not saying it's right. Let's circle back around that. Not saying that it was right, but we just don't. We never just like balance out both sides of the lifestyles. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Lifestyle make a whole lot of different as an artist. Like it's just different.
So I mean, y'all had real good opinions on this one right here. To wrap this up, do y'all think, in a nutshell, is this was this colorism, or was it just rudeness?
I'm gonna go
Um,
with just. I'm gonna say
yeah,
rudeness,
it was.
only for the simple. He Chris Brown can be a little cocky, at times, which he deserves because he makes really good music and makes really good money. So, it comes with it. He was cocky. I don't think it was really him being colorism. I don't see that he came from a black woman. So him to kind of discriminate against a black woman, I don't see that. I just think he was just probably being a jerk, an asshole, and just was like cocky. I'm Chris Brown. I'm like, who up in here?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
wrong?
think
What
that
you
is
think,
just
C?
rudeness. It's just rudeness, and I think eventually it would die down like everything else.
Right,
I
right,
mean,
right,
she
right.
said what she said, and people did exactly what they're going to do, regardless if you're doing something right or wrong. They're going to do what they want to do.
What y'all feel about this the cancel culture thing going on, man? Like, does everybody need to be canceled if they maybe say something crazy, or you know what I mean? Say something that most people might not like, or so, you know what I mean? Should they be canceled? Like, because it's like people want to, it's like you can't have freedom of speech almost sometimes with certain things. I thought it was something called freedom of speech as well. You know what I mean? But that's a broad term, but um, I don't know. It's like you can't really
I
say,
mean, as far as
because people want to cancel you, try to stop your bag, stop your money, and just try to cancel you.
Listen, let me tell you something. People be so quick to want to cancel a celebrity when they can't even cancel they no good friends, they no good men. They can't even cancel the
Right,
the have-nots in they daggone circle of people that's accessible. But they're quick
right.
to say cancel someone that they don't really know and stuff like that. Which, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I mean, these celebrities are gonna be celebrities. I do think celebrities need to watch what they say because of their fan base. And because you have so many people that's out here and they will attack you and they will love you at the same time, like it's just one of those things. Like you have to carry yourself a certain way in order that certain respect. And it's just levels to it. That's just like us. We're gonna carry ourselves a certain way to get where we need to be, or for our respect and reputation to be maintained.
For sure.
And it's the same thing with him or any celebrity. I feel like it's just like you just gotta watch what you say. You want to take it personal, you want to get gutted with it, then you go somewhere where you could be unfiltered.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right. And you right about that. It's crazy with this cancel thing. Let's keep it moving, y'all.
Until they could cancel people in their lives, that's the set some boundaries around. Yeah, then start with yourself first, and then you can work your way
Yeah.
up into the opinion of somebody else. That's my opinion to it. Like we could all have.
Yeah.
I could say, yeah, Chris Brown was wrong or whatever, but to go to the internet with it and make all these different posts and do, like, it's just giving too much negative energy for me. And it's just like, why do you even care that much? He was wrong. Cool. He was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If you want to stop listening to him, stop listening to him.
Too much. He's done too much to get canceled. You know what I'm saying? He not only is he a singer, he's an actor. You know, he just does too much to be canceled. Now these little low level, artists, they could easily get canceled real quick because they're not really up there. They're not doing they get canceled off the break for nothing. But to cancel Chris Brown, you ain't doing.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
When he started losing money, that's when he's canceled. When endorsements start dropping and all that other stuff, that's when the cancelness start to show. Until then, don't even care about what they do. Like, it's not gonna stop their bag.
Right. I mean, and by that being said,
Everybody say they gonna cancel 6ix9ine. Okay, he a snitch. He canceled. He making more money now. Just because y'all wanted to try to act like y'all cancel him, now people want to know and is curious about who want to cancel who. Now he making more money. And it didn't start nobody, but they want to cancel.
for real. Yeah, that's crazy. Look, let's move it on right quick. Because that really takes us to the next topic with, people being canceled and losing endorsements. Okay, and I'm a take it a step back and bring everybody back to the Epstein case. For one, because the Epstein case has basically been quiet since I guess the police, I guess captured his accomplice, that the young lady that was with him, and so and just from what I know, my research, just of course, looking at the media and TV like everybody else, it kind of went silent. You haven't really heard anything about that case with that young lady for real anymore. And that was supposed to be a real big situation, very, very big situation, major. And then all of a sudden, you got T.I. and Tiny come out the blue with, the accusations that's, was made about them, and all that stuff that everybody knows what they're going through right now. Um, so again, prayers to everybody that's going through wild stuff. But again, this came out. And so I want to know from y'all what y'all think about that Epstein case going kind of quiet, going cold, and with this young lady that ain't that no they haven't said anything about. And then is that a distraction as far as maybe the T.I. and Tiny situation? Do y'all feel that that's some real situation that's going on with them, as they're really blowing that up to be And then the Epstein situation kind of goes cold. What y'all kind of think about that? Allegedly with all this stuff, allegedly, let's
allegedly,
allegedly let's
all this.
remember.
Now, the Ti and Tiny stuff is allegedly, but Epstein has already been found guilty, so it ain't alleged no more. It is what it is. He did what he did, and him and the girl
And the girl,
is fucked up. They know they wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm here.
they messed up or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I want them to keep the same energy that they kept with Bill Cosby. I want them to keep the same energy that they did with R. Kelly. I want them to keep the same energy that they now doing T.I. and Tiny. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the Epstein stuff, they just put that. It was big 1 second, and then it just got real quiet. And you know what he was doing. Now T.I. and Tiny is alleged that one of their charges already just got dropped. And then supposedly another one just supposedly picked back up. But I'm like, this is a serious distraction. This white man is going to pretty much get away with what he did and that girl did. And we're not going to think nothing of it because we're going to be so worried about more of the soap opera-ness of T.I. and Tiny than what's going on over there. So,
and it's crazy.
they keep the same energy. They keep the same energy with R. Kelly, keep the same energy that they did Bill Cosby, and all the others keep that same energy.
Yeah. I agree. What you think, C?
I agree with explicit. I really just think that sometimes it's gonna be stuff that we just don't understand. It's gonna be stuff that happened behind the scenes, that we just will never know about.
Yeah, that's true.
The Tiny case, I don't know. I'm kind of biased about that case because I feel like they're grown, and if women consent to doing things, third party, fourth party, then I don't see what the issue is. But I mean, I don't know all the details and stuff like that.
Right. I know. It's C. It seemed like you chopping up. Hang it up and call right back.
I'm
You chopping up something. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild right there. They
Yeah,
just and I agree with
and
you
that's
that
the truth. Like you dealing with little kids. Yeah, you dealing with little kids, and then you talking about grown adults. You a grown adult. You come in my room 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning with me and my wife, or or me and my husband, or something. Something ain't gonna be right. Like what you thought? Cookies and shit.
hold on, let me bring C in. All right.
But
Bizak.
All right.
How are
thank you.
y'all?
It's okay.
Yeah, because it was chopping up some. So, um, what you think, C? One more time, boo. What's the let me see. We talking about, kids for one, that the Epstein situation and this young lady. And then we also talking about still, drugging and this, that type of stuff. What they was trying to say, what allegedly trying to say, and I'm talking on both sides, even with the Ti thing, and it's like, um, what I mean, would these? I don't know. It just seemed crazy because how the normal. Now listen. I'm gonna just take y'all back real quick. Now I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but you remember when 50 Cent did the whole, running on the Chris Brown hotel situation, okay, and Chris Brown had all the girls in the room. At least I don't know if Chris had them. I ain't gonna say that he had them all in the room. 50 was showing that all these girls basically was in the hotel room without Chris Brown, basically waiting for him, like waiting for him to come to the room. I guess whenever he came through, but he clearly showed this, and it's all over the place. And I should try to pull it up, but it was all over the place, and he had clearly shown by the behind the scenes of probably how a lot of these situations go sometimes. So it brings me back to the Ti and Tiny situation again. That you know why would these women need to be drugged or harmed or anything like that. If we already kind of know how it is within this type of celebrity world, and a lot of people are just happy to be in their presence. They just happy to be in these people's presence, just to even kick it around them. And you know for a fact, explicit. Probably even you see, we have been around celebrities before, plenty of times, obviously.
Wait right there.
You know what I mean? So we already know. Look, it's for a lot of people, they're intrigued just to be around these people. So it's like, why would you have to harm people or do the most when these people want to be around you anyway? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's just how what I kind of get from this type of stuff, and you dealing with these type of people, celebrities, superstars, and it still kind of mind boggles me why any of them would have to do certain things when most of the people are already want to be
They're
around
gonna do
them
it anyway.
anyway. Exactly. So what y'all feel about that?
Well,
I
I mean, like
feel
I
like,
said,
go ahead, Lady E.
no, no, I mean, I've been in a couple situations where behind the scenes at the clubs, at the after parties, and everything. And girls know what they about to do themselves into when they want to follow their entourage.
Mm,
Some of them even take one for the team and be messing with the bouncers or the security and they whole little entourage just because they could just say that they was there in the whole mix. I mean, so I don't think they and then there's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drugs that is
right.
behind the scenes.
Come
Some
with the
people
turn.
just can't know how to handle what they do. They can't handle what they do, and then they feel stupid. And the day after, like, I can't believe I did all that. No, the alcohol made you do all that. You thought you was a big girl, you could handle yourself, and then got caught up in that world. That ain't nobody else's fault, but theirs.
Okay.
They don't have to drug nobody to do all that. They got money. You know what I'm saying? They just mad because they not getting more money. And they would probably think this is a good come up. Like if I say something, then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna get a check real quick. That's all that is about. Or I get clout, I get more followers. People gonna want to know who I am because I told. So it's a horrible game that people play, especially when people are out here really getting sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying? Like we take away from their truth because there's other girls like this that's doing the stuff that they doing. So it's hard to kind of you feel bad for some girl that really was in that type of situation. But when you got these girls always just going off the celebrities, it's like you just doing this
Yeah, it's
ridiculous
kind of
thing.
hard to determine true victims and women who actually are in clout and fame, right? It's a lot of influence out here when it comes down to the basketball wives, love and hip hop. People they see how they come up off, love and hip hop and a Cardi B and all these Instagram girls and stuff like that. A lot of women just want to be down, right?
Hmm.
And it's sad to say that some women are willing to take that risk to be down and chase the clout.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the true victims, I think it's wrong as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wrong. Like if I'm genuinely here having a good time, why are you trying to force me to do stuff that I don't want to do? If I say no, that should be it.
For sure.
Period. If I say no, that should be it. It shouldn't be no ultimatum of if I don't take it, then I can't come in or whatever. Myself, I don't do no drugs, so I'll probably never make it to the industry parties that got a whole lot of drugs going on. Like I just, yeah, like can I get a little hookah? I mean, can I hookah? Can I drink liquor? Like
Shoot, you gonna be in some.
I keep it like
You gonna
real, like
be in some.
basic. I ain't trying to turn up, but it also leads back to, like I said about the Chris Brown thing. It all leads back to lifestyle. Certain people live certain type of lifestyles. Ti and Tiny, they like swingers or something. So I mean that might be a whole different type of lifestyle of enjoyment. We see it in the movies how they used to, Pandora's box and all this other stuff, and a lot of drugs and stuff were, involved, and all these different things have happened. Like we can't act like their actions is a surprise when we see it on the TV all the time, especially the old school movies. Like
Yeah, yeah.
these old school movies, that's all they display to us. So to act like this is a surprise is like, yeah, it's wrong as shit. And once again, these are the people that we idolize. So it's going to be an extra blow up thing. Yeah, it's I actually heard that his new single, he talked about the situation. I haven't heard the new single yet. Maybe you can pull it up, E. But they actually said that he talked about the situation in his new song. Have you listened to it yet?
No, tell you the truth, I didn't. I did.
Yeah,
No.
they actually said that he talked about the situation, stuff like that. So
What? What? So, not to get off topic, but so what they just like I guess Tory Lanez, they try to say that, Tory made a song about his situation with with the Megan Thee Stallion thing, but so he done made a song already. Really? I ain't know. I didn't.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Dang. Well, I mean that's it get deep, and that's why I'm glad y'all can give us, of course,
It's
enough.
like we have to catch up to stuff that they're already doing. So it seems surprising to us, but that's not what we do. So we wouldn't really know. Like it's not going to seem normal to us because that's not the lifestyle that we live. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That might be actually normal to them or something. Like, the drugs and the girls and sex and, all that extra stuff. That might be normal to them. But they don't show that life, they don't show they show the internet and they show these reality shows what they want us to see,
Yeah.
not
A
actually what
whole lot of
happens.
wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm just piggyback off what y'all was saying with it's because of who these people are. It probably even make it easier for victims that really have been hurt by these big figures. um it probably does make it a little bit easier for these celebrities or bigger figures to do certain things again because of their status and who they are. So not to discredit any of the victims with any of this stuff, but we just shedding another light from the other side of the table, on both sides. So no discredit to anybody that's ever been through anything like that, of course. But just like Explicit was saying, a lot of these girls do know what they're doing before they even get into a lot of these situations. And I agree with that too, explicit, for sure, for sure. Um, so let's get into the last topic that I really want to get into for today. Um, it's another hot one. Want to talk about um, my guy. I'm gonna just say my guy because I kind of like the guy. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Kevin has his own YouTube channel. He's almost like turned into an influencer almost, I guess, because of how big he's got. I guess what they call it, influencer. But regardless,
Yeah.
um, we want to kind of base this off of Kevin in a way because Kevin uh, rates women as far as through his eyes, his opinion, and makes women also rate their self. Um, and I want to just make a comparison to what Kevin Samuels is doing, which a lot of women also do rate each other. But let's bring up the Facebook. The Facebook is a $1 billion business created by Mark Zuckerberg, which everybody knows, and the Facebook, which if we all know the story, who have we seen it, for people that have really seen it, it looked like the Facebook was created from rating college girls, college boys, in college. Created obviously Zuckerberg created a system, an app, something that guys, literally men, were able to rate women on this website, on this page, whatever it was at that time before it really became Facebook. And that's what the story even shows us. So I just want to make a point as far as is the backlash that Kevin Samuels is getting, is he wrong for rating women when a $1 billion business like Facebook was created, I think, from rating women? And then also women rate each other. We know this is facts throughout our regular days and lives. So is this man wrong, and should he receive the backlash I think he's getting for him, rating black women? I guess to be specific, black women. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Last
Go ahead,
year.
Lady E.
Um, I don't
Um,
care.
What you think, E?
I like him. I like him. He's honest. He's completely honest. He's telling women things that we don't want to hear, but we probably need to hear. We want a man. He's pretty much, from what I gather, what he's saying is we are preferencing the way we want a guy, but we're going to give the same equal standards back to the guy that we so-called want to be with. We want to be with a nigga with money, with a good job, bring this and that to the table. But he's like, you want all these things to bring forward to the table, but what do y'all bringing to the table? Do you deserve the things that you want you from dudes? Because what do you bring it to the table? You want to rate him on what he got, but where do you rank out at the same time of the things that you're asking of a man?
Uh huh.
And I feel him. Like if I'm gonna come to the table, I'm gonna be one with somebody. It ain't 50-50 like they said. It's 100. I'm gonna bring 100. You need to bring 100. And we're breaking it into fractions, and well, he got this, but then I ain't got it, but then I got this, but he ain't got it. No, we won't come equal, or we ain't coming at all. And so sometimes you can't have it all. You can have a nigga with a whole lot of money and he ugly as fuck, but now you settling because what you really wanted was just the money. So I like what he be talking about. I don't think that he should get a lot of backlash because freedom of speech. He has the freedom to say what he want to say. and I like him.
What you think, C?
I think he rude as fuck, but I think he tells the truth. I think his deliverance is whack, but he does tell the truth.
My fault.
Do I think sometimes he may go too far? He probably does. As women, we have a lot of wants and out of men. But in all honesty, we only attract who we are, right? Who we are available emotionally and open to bring into, our world of what we believe in at that time. We can have high standards, which is great to have high standards of who we are and what we want. But at the same time, it's like if you want $1 billion man, then you're gonna have to step it up a little bit on your end as well to attract that $1 million man. And it's not all about sometimes about how much money as a woman that you make, but what type of qualities do you bring to the table? What would that $1 million man even look for you at? Do you be in those places? Do you know how to have a conversation with $1 million man? Because he's not going to want to know what Tyrone did to you last week. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to the dating world. And as women, I know we're not on like this broad topic about women, but as women in our culture per se, we don't even know how to date. Right? So how are we going to attract anything when we settle for the first thing that we run into? And we only can judge situations and figure out what we like by dating. And in our experiences teach us everything. Our experiences going to teach us what we like, what we don't like, and it's up to us to choose what we want to settle for and what we don't settle for. Now, if we choose to stand in our own power and do those things, it's one thing. But if we don't, you always end up on the short end of the stick, and then you be looking crazy like, why can I have $1 billion, a six-figure man? You won't even have a six-figure self-love thing going on with yourself in order to, want to level up within yourself before you even go look for that man.
Yeah. So
you could have a table, he could have a table, and y'all gonna bring them chairs together. Date where you are. Like, it's nothing wrong. I feel like it's nothing wrong with dating like on the level that you are. Have those high standards, but at the same time be open, because relationships and dating, they are experiences, and those experiences is going to really teach you, like I said before, what you like and what you don't like. And you might get that $1 million man and don't even like him. Like, we are so caught up on, I want a man with money, I want a man with money. Like, it's a lot of rich people who's probably unhappy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, have all those other qualities lined up, and curry. I mean, my only advice for a woman would be curry yourself. Like, it should be you wanted $1 million man should be on your goal, like whatever, if that's your goal. But what type of woman do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that on your goal list too?
Right. And I think that's what he's saying a lot of times, and that the women, I think they take certain stuff the wrong way. Maybe he's saying it, but I think you kind of hitting it on the nose, see, because that's what he's really
women,
getting.
they only gonna understand something to their level of perspective, and a lot of women don't know how to take the truth. Like Lady E said, we don't like to hear the hardcore truth, and a lot of women like to be right. Now, a lot of us women, because we have settled so much and we have messed up backgrounds and daddy issues and baby daddy issues, we are we torn, we broken. So it's like, we don't know what type of man we want for real.
So, I mean, do you think women are right? Are being honest with themselves then?
Mm,
They not being
I
honest with
think
themselves.
women can be
They not.
honest with themselves. They just don't want to do the work.
Uh, I mean, this, I mean, look, shout out to Kevin, man, because it's y'all are kind of agreeing probably with a lot of the stuff that he's kind of probably saying in a way. I've looked at more than a few videos of him, because I kind of agree with a lot of the stuff that guys actually saying, but I think
Even with Tommy from Love and Hip
from
Hop, she
Love and
was
Hip
on
Hop,
there.
right,
That's an example, right?
right,
Someone who's she's has a big following. She's kind of like a star now. She
right.
has money, but I mean, she came on there with this approach like she was this big bad bitch. But he broke her ass down. Like you broke him too. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying? So it's like it's really not about the money. It's really about the quality of person that you want. The money will come as long as their dreams and ambitions are there. Don't nobody want no broke person, period. You can't live out here being broke.
you right, and that's why I think they be saying, he says a lot about the going to counseling and that type of situation. Getting, I guess, people to somebody to talk to, about your problems and certain issues, and a lot of us don't understand. I think that even since when we're younger, black people period go through so much probably traumatization type of stuff when we're younger, just when we're young, um and we probably deal with a lot of
And it's
postpartum
adulthood.
depression in on both sides, the men and the women. You feel me? So it's we probably do need to talk to somebody about a lot of our maybe deeper issues or deeper problems that you don't want to admit on the surface. You know what I mean? But
He need to do a men's edition because it go for the men too. It's just not for the ladies.
nah, for sure. Nah, but
He
this
need to
the
do
thing.
a special men's edition because these men will what you doing your butt to death. They think that going out for a drink and hookah, a date, like they don't even know how to have a conversation. They are so entitled because they are mama boys. I can keep going on and on and on. Like it's just our culture. It's like we have moved away from the basics of like building actually a bond in a relationship, and it's just like fast addy stuff like boom 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 boom. I want a man with money. I want sex. I want her tonight. Oh, I want that to be my boyfriend. Like
Mhm.
I don't get it, but hey, that's our culture for now until the narrative has changed.
Yeah, and this the thing. See, before you go on, he actually started his whole situation. I think as far as the YouTube situation, especially with men, he started off actually talking to men and telling men probably how to step their game up. You know what I mean? Get taking those steps to becoming probably a high value man. Stuff that he actually he really talks about it in his show, particular high value men. So he really started with men, and then he blew up because he started talking to women and basing certain shows around women and the high value man, and then all of a sudden he made the world star and blew up and everything else. So it's like it's the women that really kicked his success off. For real, for real. On a YouTube
Yeah.
level, because he was already talking to men, and as soon as he started talking to women, he blew up because the girls cannot accept what he be telling them, straight like that.
It's hard. It's hard for women too. Like they just be like so heartbroken to hear the truth. But sometimes we just gotta digest it, take notes from it, whatever resonates, take notes from it, and just level up. Like that's all we gotta do is level the
and
fuck up.
and that's on both sides. That's on both sides, and that's why he even talked to the men as well. because on both sides it's a lot of simps. Like they throwing that word around now. It's a lot of simps and all that type. Man, we been had men, like that, and everybody can't be an alpha male, and so you know, like man, this ain't nothing new. Ain't none of this nothing new, and the game is really to be sold and not told at the same time. So it's like for real, they a lot of people. It's just like Kevin. It's a lot of women that's out there too. I can't even think of the girl's name, but it's a shout out to all the women that's trying to give women a lot of game too, and telling them same thing. Probably Kevin is telling them. It's just stepping your game up, making sure you look a certain way, and act a certain way, especially around certain people. Oh, god damn it! Hit the thing. You only yeah. All right, am I back? So
You
can y'all
never went anywhere. Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, a shout out to the girls. As I said, that's giving up the game. So, and that's all I think that they doing, man. They giving people game. They letting what it is to be on these certain levels. And so, man,
Definitely
you just
conversations need
gotta
to
accept
happen.
it and listen. Sometimes you just gotta listen. Just shut your mouth and just listen. Or we all gotta do that sometimes, for real.
Yep.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. We definitely we females. We are creatures of that are not going to let anybody tell us how who we are, what we do, what we like. It's just not going to happen. So of course, when he talks shit, as much as we know he's right, we just gonna be like, you have to talk to us like that, nigga. Like, forget that.
Right?
Forget that.
Yeah.
We know we right. I mean, we know you right, but you just not gonna talk to us like that. Like we were too
Like,
stubborn
damn,
and
I
mind to let
said that.
you just kind of bash us. Like no,
And yeah, nah, y'all not having it.
there's people that do the time to these dudes. We go off on dudes all day, every day. Baby fathers, grateful boyfriends, this, that, and the third. Like we go in on men too. So I mean, it's a back and forth love and hate situation. We'll get over it.
You clicked out, E.
Oh,
We couldn't hear you that good. Run it back. One more time. What you say?
I'm just saying, I'm just saying it's a love and hate situation. We're gonna bash dudes all day, every day, baby fathers, trifling boyfriends, loser ass niggas. We bash them all day, every day. So I mean, it's about time we got one dude that want to try to have courage to go up against a species of women. But he can have his fun, but we not gonna back down. We ain't gonna let him just talk to us like anything.
Yeah,
Right.
Not
yeah. Yeah, I gotta clap it up for that one. That's right. You right about that. You right about that, man. Y'all is a powerful species, man. So yeah, he definitely be. Hold on, E. Go ahead. One more time, cause you timed out. I couldn't hear you. One more time.
gonna say, 'cause he ain't gonna win that battle.
Uh huh. Yeah, they giving them a battle right now. They giving them a battle, but it's I call it the gender wars. I think it's the gender wars going on right now. So everything is like out of balance. The girls is doing a bunch of men stuff, and I think the men is doing a bunch of girl stuff. A lot of the dudes, so it's a lot of off balance stuff going on. But look, that was the topics. That was the topics for the day. Uh, we did an hour show. It's the first show. I want to thank y'all, of course. Um, to keeping the show lit, giving y'all honest opinions, of course, on everything, because that's what the people want to hear. The honest opinion.
Yeah.
Look, for all the audience out there, this is Street Talk TV podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Okay. Let's get the likes up. When you do see the video, okay. If you're not watching it right now with us, then like, and don't be afraid to send the comments in. Whether it's good or bad, okay, we don't care.
Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, man. So, man, shout out to everybody that we talked about on the show today.
And
Kevin.
also, if y'all want some topics, if y'all want to hear about topics, drop them down in the comments too. Like, we would love to know what you guys are interested in. Like, what do you guys want to hear from us? What would you like to talk about? We want to bridge that gap too.
For sure, for sure. That's right, C.
Also,
Any last words, E?
yep, and then make sure y'all put the notifications on so when we go live, you'll get a notification on your phone to tune in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yo, thank y'all for watching. Again, the Street Talk TV, Lil E, Sierra C, and my girl, Lady Explicit. Make sure you follow them on the IG. Which we will probably be posting us on the IG as well. Try to hit up everything. But follow us everywhere. Street Talk TV. And man, my girls is lit. Follow them. Get with them. See y'all next time. We gone.
Thank you. Bye
Thank y'all.
bye.
All right, y'all.
See y'all.